Our regular car reviews on the channel can be quite comprehensive, and I gotta say, I hope it's very informative for you guys, but nothing really beats a good old road trip. So we've taken one of the cars that we've borrowed all the way here to Cauayan, Isabela. It's a 12-hour drive, including stopovers, bathroom breaks, and the occasional snacking along the way, so that we can experience the car in all its glory and see what it can really do. So we're gonna check out the sights and sounds of the small city, just so that you can get an idea where to travel. You know, not just the usual Boracay, not just the usual Baguio and everything. This is our real-world review of the Chevrolet Trailblazer here in Cauayan, Isabela. So Cauayan is what's called a component city. So according to Wikipedia, a component city is a type of city where it borders two provinces. In this case, it's Isabela, and I forget what the other one is. The important part is Isabela. Basically, when Cauayan became a city, they had to figure out which territory it belongs to. So that's where calling it a component city kicks in, because it will become a part of the territory from whence it was a municipality from. So before it became a city, it was a municipality and part of Isabela, and now that it is a city, it's still going to be part of Isabela. And that's why we have this, the third generation Trailblazer. This is sourced from Korea. This is more of a traditional crossover SUV instead of a pickup truck based SUV, and it has a smaller engine. So as you can see, pretty much like the city of Cauayan, Trailblazer pretty much adapts to the situation, whatever it's in. The important part is there is a Trailblazer. One of the more important parts for me whenever I travel to a new city for vacation or for business is you have to find the best coffee shop around, and according to Facebook and Google, this is the highest rated coffee shop right here. It says Black Bear Brunch Coffee Bean Coffee. Just kidding. Alright, so we're here in Black Bear Coffee in Cauayan, Isabela. It's one of the highest rated coffee shops here in the city. Quick note, they actually opened up back in February 2020. Yeah, you heard that right. Just a month before all the lockdowns because of COVID-19. And unfortunately, the shop had to shut down for a few months and then open right back up when they were able to do deliveries and pickups. And just a few years later, they're one of the highest rated ones in the city. And I'm happy that there are still some coffee shops around here that serve locally sourced coffee from local farmers, and they're able to survive, not just survive, but thrive. So if you want to head over here to Cauayan, this is one of the best shops to go to, and they really serve great coffee. So no out-of-town trip in the Philippines will ever be complete without heading over to one of the Philippines' historical churches. What we have here today is the Our Lady of the Pillar Church in the heart of Cauayan City. It was built in the 1700s, and as you can see, they were able to restore or maintain the overall look of the facade, and it looks really amazing. I like how the red brick actually matches well with the red color of the Chevrolet Trailblazer.
It looks great. One of my favorite parts about the interior of the church is the alfresco paintings on the ceiling. It looks really classic, also modern at the same time, just like the Chevrolet Trailblazer. One of my favorite features about the Chevrolet Trailblazer is its exterior design. As you can see here, it's got a lot of sharp lines all over. It really reflects Chevrolet's current branding and current design language, and I really like it. You've got full LED headlamps, but the high beams are still halogen though, and they're yellow colored. But I really like how it contrasts with each other, especially when barreling down the road. You also have 17-inch wheels, and just like where we are right now, the Our Lady of the Pillar Parish, I like the blacked out A-pillars of the Chevrolet Trailblazer. You gotta check this out. It really looks very European-like. Now, a lot of people are complaining that the current crop of cars are being sourced from China. Well, what you got right here is actually sourced from Korea, guys. So, no made in China right here. This is from Korea. You really don't want to miss this if you visit Cauayan. Alright, so you'll be glad to know that Cauayan has one of the biggest SM cities that I've ever seen. You'd be surprised because Cauayan is actually just a small city, it's a small town, but the SM here, it's just crazy. It's one of, you gotta see the architecture. So one of the best parts about having a mall in the places you're going to visit is that you're not completely detaching yourself from society as per se. I mean, I myself, I'm not really a hardcore traveler. I don't like going off the grid as much, so having these malls, although not popular among travel vloggers, is a good thing for me. Just like the Chevrolet Trailblazer. The Chevrolet Trailblazer, although it's a smaller car than what it was before, it still has the same amenities that you're looking for in a crossover SUV. I mean, you've got power tailgate, you've got seats, you got really soft seats, you've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So even though you're going out on a road trip, it's still a very useful car to have, right? Right. Unpopular opinion, I think having an SM where you're gonna go on vacation to is very useful. I mean, really, SM built this place right here to tell you that this is the only place you need to go to. But I'm glad that there's still some local shops around the place. They don't die off. I mean, it's just here for people who need them. It's like the Chevy Trailblazer.
So a few of the final thoughts that we have to our trip to Cauayan, Isabela is that there are a lot of places to visit in the Philippines apart from the usual suspects. Like, instead of heading over to Baguio or to Boracay, La Union, Cebu, there really is a lot more cities, a lot of other towns that can offer a lot, just like the Chevrolet Trailblazer. It certainly is different from the model it replaces. It now is a crossover instead of a full-fledged SUV, but it still has a lot to offer. The safety features, the power, the space inside, and the thing that I really love about it is its lightweightedness, especially when around the corners. It's definitely different from the previous model. Now, the Chevrolet Trailblazer has a couple of features that I did not know was actually very useful. Apart from the safety features, of course, the heated seats and the heated steering wheel, they're surprisingly very useful, especially when you're traveling at night. It's really cold inside, especially if you have 5 people and the air conditioning is on, but just hit that switch for heated seating and the heated steering wheel. It's actually quite comfortable, and it's another one of the pleasant surprises that we've had. Alright, so that's it for a trip to Cauayan, Isabela using the Chevrolet Trailblazer. Are you heading up north? You might want to stop by Cauayan and tell me more about your experiences
in the comment section down below. We've got a full review of the Chevrolet Trailblazer with my pal Martin from Cauayan.com. We'll be posting a link right here. If it's not there, it's in the description box below. And tell me more about what other cars you'd like me to use on these out-of-town trips so that you can get more inspired traveling yourself. This is Roy Robles from ZigWheels.Ph, and I'll see you guys next time.